The Dark Tower's always been really important to me. It's been the one story that never really leaves me alone. I just keep coming back to it. And to see these characters come to life in film gives it an entirely new dimension. I started The Dark Tower when I was 22 years old. I got the idea originally from a couple of different sources. I was very much under the influence of The Lord of the Rings and the whole fantasy world. And around that same time, I went and I saw a movie called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And The Man with No Name became sort of the template for Roland of Gilead. And so I went back to this cabin where I was living by the river, and I tried to combine the classic Western with this sort of mythic universe where there's magic and monsters into one adventure. And I wrote this line, the man in black fled across the desert and the gunslinger followed. And I used that as sort of the spine. The idea about a first line is it's supposed to make people want to read the story. It should be something that welcomes them in. And that was the case with The Dark Tower.
Who are you?
It's you. You're a gunslinger, right?
Stephen King, of course, is a great writer, great books and some great films. And I was excited because he does create complex, deep, well-rounded, big universe characters.
Who is he?
He's a sorcerer.
Cameras ready? And rolling.
I think the fans, from an aesthetic point of view, will be absolutely thrilled, because Stephen King is great at taking the reader into a world. The movie has brought it all to life.
I'm such a big Stephen King fan. I was so obsessed with reading every single thing that he did, all the short stories, all the novels. And I was maybe 18 or 17 when I read The Gunslinger, the first part of the Dark Tower series. I didn't really know English very well, and there were almost no Stephen King stories translated. And so I started picking up his novels in English, so he kind of taught me, English.
A lot of people have been exposed to my work with Shawshank Redemption or The Green Mile or maybe Stand By Me, Misery. There have been a number of film adaptations, so people are familiar with the kind of thing that I do. But I think that any writer who's been around for a long time tries as much as possible to keep things fresh by doing different things. The Dark Tower books belong in a special category by themselves. So I would say that if you're coming to this as a fan of Stephen King or a fan of one particular genre, you're going to get an entirely different kind of experience, and that's refreshing.
Man in Black? You know him. He sent you.
I want you basically to come into the story, be captured by the story. I want it to be exciting, and one of the things that happened in the movie was that I felt like that happened with Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey.
Here I am.
To me, the story is this little thread that's coming out of a hole in the wall. And you pull it, because you want to see what's on the other end. These characters come out little by little. They fill in a picture of who they are and what they're going to do, and you fall in love with them.
I do not aim with my hand. I aim with my eye. I do not shoot with my hand. I shoot with my mind. I do not kill with my gun. I kill with my heart.